Hey everybody, Mr. Stewart here from Math We've Got This, and in this short video we'll look at how to create a scatter plot for two variable data. So let's take the given data set. We're going to highlight both columns including the titles. We'll go to Insert, and under that tab we'll choose Recommended Charts, and from those charts you can see the first recommendation by Excel is a scatter plot with its own line of best fit. That is a trend line. So whether or not that line is actually the one that best fits the data is to be the subject of another video, but it has added a trend line to it. You can, if you like, add an equation to that. So if we right click on the graph and choose Format, you'll notice that under Series it expands this menu and we can display the equation. So we'll just check that off. And in this case, you can see the salary, total salary Y is equal to the number of goals scored per game. So that's the rate of change multiplied by how many games a player plays, plus their initial value, or their initial, I guess, a base salary fee. Okay. After that, if you choose to create scatter plots differently, and that could be based on your version of Excel, what we're going to do is go back to the Insert menu, highlight that data, and under the drop down, select Scatter. So the first one here on the left. So by selecting Scatter, again, it creates a graph. This time it's not formatted as nicely as the original or the recommended version. The title could be changed, this legend could be moved, and the axes could each deserve their own label. But in this case, under that series, we can still add a trend line. So I want to show that to you. So we'll just toggle that on. Then you can add the equation. You can also look beyond the data that you have. So we could look at the salary for fewer than, say, 10 or 5 goals. We could look beyond the number of goals scored in the chart, which I think was 42 was the largest value. We could look beyond that. So for instance, if you looked, say, 20, let's extend the graph forward by 20. So that means that it would now end at a value of x equals 62. We could now use that line to make a prediction as to what the salary earned is. And whoops, we'll go back here. There we go. That's what I want us to be able to see. So we can now look and estimate what that salary is. Same thing, we could work backwards. So we could look back, say, let's go 5 units left of the minimum value. And it extends the graph back in this direction here. So for instance, the minimum number of goals was recorded as 12. So that means that this value here would be 7. So for 7 goals, you could predict the salary that's earned.